make sure to hit record. It works better that way.
Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martel, and with me always is Randy.
What up, Martel? How you been?
We are being inundated by corn flies. Hoverflies, as they're called, or as some people refer to them as sweat bees.
Yeah, I know
Which they do not sweat, nor are they bees.
They do not sweat. They perspire lightly sometimes, but
They lick you.
I noticed you had the citronella candle lit.
Yeah, it's not doing any good.
I thought you were just trying to be romantic.
I was.
You know, middle of the day, out in the sun.
I was, but
Light a sexy candle.
it literally is not doing...
I should watch what I say since kids are around.
Yeah, there's some kids in the pool.
Yeah.
What the fuck ever. I mean, one of them's mine, so...
Yeah, but...
So what's going on?
Another day, another dollar.
Yeah?
This week was, I don't know, blah. Work was frustrating. About ready to just hit the lottery, I think.
I've been trying to do that.
I have not. I bought the tickets during the big mega whatever, but other than that, I haven't played.
I bought tickets yesterday. I didn't win. Didn't even win the bingo scratch off that I had.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah.
Not even $1?
Nope. Not even $1. It was a $2 card.
And then yesterday, while thinking about the show, I got in my humidor and realized I have a cigar I've never tried. I don't remember how much it cost. It is the Insidious Asylum, and it's a long filler. It says right on the little band.
Okay.
So I'm going to give this a try. What do you got?
Oh, I got a My Father's cigar. It is a La Grande, or no, not a La Grande. I take that back. It is a La Grande Offerta.
Overture.
Oferta. So, it's toasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's toasty.
Did I bring? Hold on.
I don't know. I didn't see a knife or a...
No, I didn't bring those.
Or barrel staves, and your cigar just rolled onto the floor.
Dang it. That sucks. I'm going to have to get up now.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking I brought you one. Not that. No, I left it at home. I have a toast, a Drew Estates acid toast that I wanted you to try.
Oh.
But I thought I put it in here. I didn't.
This is pretty good. I like it. I like My Father's cigars. I think they do a really good job. And I didn't realize how many brands were under them, like Yamagazia, and I think that's how it's pronounced. It's J-I-A-M-E. So I'm going to call it Yamagazia. I don't know. But their lowest quality cigar they have is probably one of my favorites. So I prefer to just smoke one of those.
I mean, nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, but this one, I don't know where this falls in line with what My Father's has. I just know it came in a My Father's 5-pack that I bought. I'll probably have to buy some more. I'm down to 2 cigars left. My humidor can't keep at 70 now because I don't have enough in it. So, I'm gonna have to go buy some more, I guess. Oh well.
Yeah, I need to make another trip. I don't know, I think I got probably 6 to 8 cigars left. Oop.
I like this one, though. This one it's got a lot of smoke. It's light. It's not bold. It's not like what I prefer. It almost has like a coffee taste to it, like a coffee aftertaste. Like kind of not bitter, but
like a dark, like a black coffee.
Yeah,
like just blonde roast.
Yeah, but it has just that after coffee taste. It's not bad. I like it a lot.
This one is very, very light on the nose.
It's probably one of the first times that I've actually got something out of a cigar, like where people are saying, "Oh, it's toasty," and it may have hints of like maybe coffee or almonds or whatever.
Corn.
No, it won't be corn. It's
green beans.
Green beans. Now you're just talking about some breakfast food now.
That's good breakfast there. Corn and green beans. Just the way my grandma used to make.
When you grow up poor with white White label cans, that's what you get. Whatever you get in the morning. You don't know what's on that can. You just got to open it. It's a surprise.
Yep. It's like Christmas every day.
I mean, you get the cans cheaper without the labels on them because you don't know what they are.
I bet you'd like this one. Good tobacco flavor, but light. It's not overbearing.
Is it an acid?
No.
Oh.
This is that Insidious.
Oh. Yeah, because the acids are all, I realized, I looked them up. Most of those are flavored.
A lot of them are, yes.
And I'm not into the flavored
And
cigars.
like my father's, Drew Estates has several brands. The acids are typically a sweeter, flavored. I don't call it flavored because it's not like cherry or vanilla. It's just,
but
they're sweet.
They've been flavored with something though, like that upsetter we had from Foundation. That's a flavored cigar. They call it infused.
Yeah, same thing.
It's flavored.
Kind of like ginger infused bourbon. It's flavored.
It's flavored. It's flavored bourbon.
You infuse the cigar bourbon with a flavor. Get it? I saw you out here with your assault rifle.
I did. I had my assault rifle out. And
I think those are quite. I always keep thinking to, like, when I see yours or music Derek has one, I'm like, yeah, I need to order one of those, and I never do.
I really like that one. I want to buy another one. So they have the Bug Assault Company makes a revolver.
I didn't know that.
Like a Colt 45 style revolver version.
For those of you that don't know, there's a company that makes plastic guns that shoot salt at bugs to kill them.
I was just going to keep going with it. It's just,
I figured somebody was interested. They'd want
to know. No, so it's called Bug Assault.
You're out here shooting corn whiskey flies with your AR-15.
With my AR-15. It's fine. It's an assault rifle. ASALT.
ASS space.
It's an assault rifle.
Assault rifle.
But no, Bug Assault has one that's like a Colt 45 style revolver that takes a CO2 cartridge.
Dang.
That is twice the power of that.
Well, yeah, if you throw CO2 into something, I mean, it gets serious. That's pellet guns and...
Yeah, it's...
I'm just like, holes in your drywall.
I want to order that one. But they're not cheap. That's the problem.
No.
Like, I think that was $50, $60 in the other.
I was going to say, I know those aren't real.
But you can get a laser mount for these.
That's funny.
You get a laser scope.
It reminds me of there's a Family Guy episode where they get infested with fleas. And they call in, like, a SWAT team comes in, shoots up the whole house. And there's one guy, like, when they all run, they're like, Johnson, come on, we got to go. And he's like, I can't do it anymore, man. He's got PTSD. And they shoot up the whole house, kill all these fleas, and there's one flea left, and everybody's out of ammo. House is, like, half falling down, holes in all the walls. And all of a sudden, the flea starts hopping towards these, like, 5 assault team members. And they all freak out, and then the door kicks in, and Johnson comes to rescue and just, like, shoots it right off the ground. It's like, you're going to go on with your full assault rifle, have a 6-shooter on your hip.
That's right.
Just doing it up.
So I've been sitting out here. I mean, there's a plethora of bodies. My body count today is probably one just flew like in my line of vision. My body count today is probably about 20. The other day was I was out here cooking. It was close to 40.
Your KD ratio is 20-0 today. That's pretty good. 40 is even better.
Yeah.
Because as far as I can tell, none of them have killed you.
Oh no!
Unless you respawn.
I do respawn. The problem is they sit in my respawn point.
Campers.
If I can just keep trying to
spawn campers, can't stand it.
The worst.
So I brought us a whiskey today.
That's what you said.
It's an aged whiskey.
Okay.
I've never tried it. I know you've never tried it. I've been trying to get this for between a year, 2 years, maybe.
Okay.
So we're going to blind taste it.
Is it a blind bottle?
It is. I actually covered the label.
Okay.
So you can't see it.
So I can't see what it is.
Right. Now, I read reviews on it because I had no idea anything about it. The reviews are overwhelmingly positive.
Okay.
But they're also from normal people. Like, I didn't read anything from Fred Minnick on this.
Okay. So what about tasting notes on it?
I actually have that on my phone. Let me pull it up.
All right. Well, if the bottle's wrapped.
Yep, bottle's wrapped. You can go and grab it here.
Give me your Glencairn. Your Chad Karen. Oh, no. Sorry. I take it back. That's a Kenzie Dream.
Yeah, Kenzie Dream. You lost a trash bag. So let me pull up what I have for this. Where is it?
It actually has a cork, but it's got a plastic top.
Yeah. Good pop.
It's cute.
Good pop. I gotta find where I read it on my computer last night, and I tried to look it up.
Let's give you some more. There you go. Well, the bottle looks like a Waggle.
So the
Waggle is what we had that my buddy Bub got us.
did we like that or not? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, we liked it. It actually Waggle just got bought by Pennsylvania Distilling Company, I think is who it was.
Okay. So on the aroma, do you want to smell it first and guess, or just read it?
Either way.
Give it a whiff. I haven't smelled this yet. Let me.
I like it.
Good aroma.
Yeah. A little bit of cherry or dark fruit. Very light. Some.
So this says the aroma is moderately strong corn.
I'm not getting corn.
Turpentine. I don't get turpentine at all.
Why the fuck would you put turpentine as a...
I don't know. I'm reading what I found online. Peat and smoke.
What? Hold on. What website?
Medium.com.
Medium's bunch. Those are independent writers.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
The only thing I could find was from independent writers.
Now I got corn. I got corn that time.
The taste is supposed to be cooked corn sweetness, burnt toffee, and toasted pecans. Finish is lasting sweet and smoky with plenty of vanilla.
I was gonna say I get a little bit of vanilla. I get the corn now. I think it was the mix of the Sagara that I just took a hit off of, and
oh yeah, that would affect your taste and the aroma and everything.
But now it almost, honest to God, it almost smells like a unaged corn whiskey, like basically a moonshine.
The Buffalo Trace White Lightning, whatever.
I haven't had that yet.
Oh really? I could have got a bottle yesterday.
No, I haven't had that yet. I got Mo a bottle though.
Oh.
Like
I would have grabbed it. I was like, oh, Martel already tried that.
No, I haven't tried that
Dang
yet.
it, I should have grabbed one. Maybe next time
I wouldn't have tried it anyway because I don't like unaged whiskey.
So, yeah, it's got good legs, it looks like.
Yeah, it's got
good amber color.
What's the alcohol content in this?
90 proof.
90, okay.
So it's not real hot. Shouldn't be. I mean, compared to what we've been trying lately.
All I'm getting is corn. Like, I get corn and a little bit of something sweet, but it's not vanilla or toffee.
Well, hopefully on the taste we're supposed to get the toffee pecans on the taste. And then finish with vanilla.
Definitely get the pecans. That comes through pretty strong.
It tastes a little nutty. I get an oaky wood flavor.
And it's not, I don't get vanilla. It's almost sugary. Like a sugary...
Yeah, I'm trying. That's why I was just sitting here trying to think. Okay, I took a sip. I just drink it like normal. I didn't let it sit. I just
like unflavored cotton candy.
Okay.
That's the like that sugary finish. Like it's
like a confectionery sugar thing.
Like powdered sugar. Something
I'm not sure
along
I get that. I want to take another little sip before I put it on ice. It does smell good.
Mm-hmm.
I took a very, very tiny sip and let it sit on my tongue.
Yeah, still get heavy on the pecan nuttiness.
I get nutty and woody. Like
there's a little bit of woody in there on towards the finish. But I'm still getting that sugary.
I'm not getting that as much. I'm getting something sweet, but I don't know. I can't pinpoint it.
Well, that's the sweetness I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's sugary. It's not like the texture of cotton candy. Obviously, if this had grittiness in it like cotton candy, that'd be a problem.
Well,
but it's just that it's like when cotton candy dissolves in your mouth and turns to like that liquid, and you get like that liquid sugar. That's what it is, except it's just unflavored. There's just no flavoring to it at all.
That's not like a strawberry flavor. Nothing. It's just sweet.
It's just sweet.
So yeah, I poured this over my ice sphere. I'm just gonna swirly.
Yeah, we got new ice balls.
I was about to ask if there's something different about this. It looks smaller than the giant ones we usually have.
My fridge made these.
Your new fridge?
Yeah.
Your new fridge makes little ice balls?
My new fridge makes.
I mean, not little.
Craft ice.
Not little. They're like about golf ball size.
4-inch spheres.
A little bit bigger than golf ball.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. I saw all your appliances when I pulled up. Out in the garage.
they're all in the garage.
Well, first I saw your FJ when I pulled in, and I was like, okay, he looks like he's ready to go somewhere. And then I realized you weren't in it as I got closer. So, what do you think?
I like it better neat. The pecan really comes through, like that nutty. Gotcha, bitch. That nutty pecan.
We're gonna be interrupted by these corn fly things all day.
I feel like I have 8 of them on my ankle right now. But no, that pecan nuttiness really comes through, like really strong. I don't hate it, but I don't like the strength in which it's coming through.
Okay.
Like it's overpowering.
So this is a $25 bottle.
Okay.
Go ahead and rate it neat and on the rocks.
I give it both. I give it both neat and on the rocks like a 2.
I'm about there.
Yeah, I
I'm
give
at
it a 2. I was going to give it a 2.5 neat, but a 2 on the rocks. I'm just going to go straight 2 for both.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad,
like
but it's
it.
not something that you're going to run out and buy on delivery day because you're waiting for it or something.
No.
So it's something you'd say, yeah, try it if you want to try something different.
Yeah, try it if you want to try something different. It's good neat. Like, I like it neat.
Well, for the price, you can drink as much of that as you want. Would you like to know what it is?
I just like staring at the white label.
Yeah, I literally took a piece of printer paper, folded it in half, and taped it over the label. You going to get a picture of that?
White label bourbon.
White label bourbon. I almost took a mark and wrote bourbon on it, too. I just forgot.
That's my next company.
Yeah, we talked about that. White label.
No, white label bourbon.
Oh, okay.
Like, white label's already taken.
Boo.
There is already like a white label food services or something.
Boo.
But what do I need to do to start my own whiskey company? Like, let's figure this shit out.
Legal or illegal?
Legal. I want legal. I want distribution.
You got to pay a lot of money.
Do I though? Can't I just find a whiskey company that'll kind of sponsor the back end of it? And
Oh, you could probably do that. You could do like
it'll be like
what's his face is doing, where you get from different companies and blend it.
I mean, we can. I don't even need a distillery. We'll just do something like what Metallica does with their blackened. There's
Yeah.
a whole other distillery that just handles all that shit for them, and just puts the name on it. So I just want to
Yeah,
do.
they just get a cut of the profits.
Yeah, I just want to do white label bourbon, and it's literally just a white label,
Just says bourbon and like
Just says-
Arial bold.
bourbon on it, in impact,
Okay.
in impact font, your basic, printer font. Gives the proof, gives the
And you'll have to
government
have
the government warning,
Yeah, I was going to say you have to have the warning
gives the proof, the percent, and that's it.
and a barcode. You'll need a barcode.
And a barcode, yeah. But white.
I love it.
White label bourbon, that's it.
I love it.
But I want it in a super fancy ass bottle.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
I want like the old Raleigh Distillery.
That's exactly what I was
or
about
like
to say
an
before
old
I coughed.
Fitzgerald bottle.
Yeah.
Like just something
unique.
Crazy, like expensive ass looking bottle. But I want the price point to be at $49.99.
Okay.
And I want it to be better than Blanton's.
Not hard, really.
I want the hype. Rephrase that. I want the hype to be better than Blanton's. But I want it to taste like Beam 8 Star.
Terrible. You lost me at Beam 8 Star. I was on board until Beam 8 Star.
I want a blend
They sell that by the handle at Circleville.
I want a blend of the Beam 8 Star and Kentucky Tavern. In a blend. How pissed would you be that if that like turned out to be like the best?
I wouldn't be. I'd actually say, okay, we can finally drink it. I would be excited.
We can try that.
We might try that later. Especially after it's aged for, a year now?
In plastic bottles?
In plastic bottles.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I
got
saw
all the BPAs.
I saw a handle, all the microplastics up in our bodies. I saw a Beam 8 Star handle, big old giant plastic jug, and I was like, who would buy that? Now, I've never
Obviously,
seen-
someone's buying it because they keep making it.
Yeah, I don't. Well, that's full on alcoholism. That's when you go, I can get 750 milliliters for
$2.50.
$3. Yeah. And just get hammered and not care about anything else.
It is not good.
By the way, on the episode with you and Mo,
Yeah.
you were incorrect.
Which one?
Where you were at his house and you were talking about, it's the only episode of ours I've listened all the way through and I don't know how long, but He was talking about one of the bourbons. Oh, the Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill, the handle isn't a plastic bottle. He said plastic bottle, and you said glass. But he was talking a handle.
Oh, yeah.
He was talking a 1.75.
Okay,
those
yeah.
are in plastic.
Yeah, those are in plastic.
I only
yes.
know that because I saw one of those, too. I was like, Mo was right. It's in plastic.
Well, I don't know that they make that. I don't know that there are a whole lot of companies out there doing 1.75 bottles in glass. I mean, Buffalo Trace.
They make rum in that size, vodka, gin.
I'm talking about whiskey.
Whiskey in that size? Yeah, Buffalo Trace, Weller.
Rum,
anything
rum,
from
and,
Buffalo
rum and
Trace.
gin, those are cheaper. Like, those are cheaper products. So
you can get a handle of gin for $20.
Yeah,
like
you can
Seagram's or something.
You can afford to do a glass bottle in those because it's a cheaper product. But whiskey, God damn
unless it's a higher run.
The name of this show is Attacked by Cornflies.
There are a lot of cornflies trying to get the corn in our whiskey.
Liz had mentioned that I should probably bring out the fan. I may have to.
That's not a bad idea because that wind flow would keep them. We didn't have this problem with Corey.
Well,
no, he had that fan out here.
But it was also windy out here. It wasn't just the fan.
That's true.
It did get a little windy out here.
Hey, it's not for the first time.
I'm going to go grab it.
Okay, you go grab it. And I have something for just this occasion. Awesome. I think. And it's a text message. Well, to all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bushes, who rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club is sipping, Moe's where you find me, what? The back of the club macking, my crew's behind me, Mad question asking, passing things around. Music blasting, but I just can't quit. Because one of these honeys Biggie got to creep with. That's right. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you are a true player. I love it when you call me Big Papa. To the honeys getting money, playing fellas like they are some dummies. I love it when you call me Big Papa. You got a up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Why? 'Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my babies. Babies. All right, you're back.
I am.
So, we got to...
Let's see what happens.
Oscillating fan.
Yeah, because I wanted to make sure that
Is it
these
going to keep them away?
motherfuckers keep them away, but it's not doing it.
It's not. We need your homemade turbo fan.
Well, yeah, I don't feel like dragging that thing out.
Yeah, that was a big...
That's a huge... I mean, well, it's not huge, but
It's not huge, but it is bulky.
No, bye.
You would think the cigar smoke would keep them away, too.
No, Harley likes it.
No, not the girls, the flies.
I would have thought that it would have, but they're still literally hovering.
This show is filmed in front of a live studio audience. What's up, girls?
Go do something.
Hello.
Go do something.
Harley said hello, everybody.
Yeah. Go.
I'll be honest, if I was a kid that lived at this house and had that pool, I would not care what my dad was doing with a buddy on the deck. I grew up, my grandma and grandpa had a pool with an 8-foot deep end. We were in that thing sun up to sundown, only getting out for maybe lunch.
So
if we didn't eat on the side of the pool.
I have to force both kids to go outside and get in the pool. It's ridiculous. I didn't even want the damn thing.
That's crazy. I would be in that all day. As an adult, if I lived here, I would be in that. I get up, stretch, take a piss, eat some breakfast, something light, and then I would just go be in the pool.
Yeah.
Even if I'm just like standing in it and leaning against the edge.
I do that. I'll take calls. I'll get on my, because I can do all my calls and meetings from my iPhone. I will do all my calls and meetings while I stand out there on the ledge.
Yeah, I don't blame you one bit. Another one bites the dust.
And another one.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone.
He's on the back side of the cable.
He likes being on the back side. So I will say, this cigar I like. I recommend to you, actually. I think you'd like it.
I missed him.
Thought you were just shooting my leg.
No, it doesn't hurt that bad.
I feel like you've shot me before.
Probably. Just one on your knee.
Oh, I thought you were about to shoot me right in
Nope.
the... Oh, that one hurt a little.
Got him.
That stung. I mean,
It
not like...
stings, but it's not like, like
No,
you're going
like a paintball's worse.
Oh, yeah, paintball's way worse, especially when they're frozen.
Yeah. I have a story about that.
All right, I think we're finally getting him to go away.
I think so. Woo! I'm feeling the air go by my body as you shoot past me.
Yeah, it says don't shoot in the face or eyes,
I got glasses on.
but no.
Just don't shoot me in the nuts. That's all I ask.
Got him. All right, I think we're good now. I think we're starting to thin the herd. The body count just there's a couple more. Right. Gotcha.
2 weeks.
Gotcha.
To lower the curve.
Oh damn! I got
Almost got him. You got 2 out of 3.
I got 2 out of 3, and one of them was out of the mid-air.
So was that one.
Close. I missed him. Okay. Anyway, so I was going to do a segment that I like to call the Karens of Next Door. Do you use Nextdoor app?
No.
Okay.
Do we want to finish? Do you want to find out what the whiskey before we go on?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
It'll be fun for the listeners. We'll just keep it.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. So, okay, my phone. So I wanted to do a thing, and I spent because I'm on Nextdoor app. Are you on? You're on Nextdoor app?
I am
for
not.
Circleville.
I am not, but I've seen some of my friends have put screenshots of funny things or told me stories about. It's basically just Karen's complaining, which is why I haven't downloaded it.
Right. So, and
plus, I heard it sends all your info to China.
yeah, I don't have the app. I just have an account, and I get emails, and I just go out to the website and
I only said that because of your
read it.
Facebook chat rant about TikTok. That
TikTok.
cracked me up.
That's what they do. Look, if you read through the
I
terms
know.
of service,
I
it
know.
literally says that we are tracking the apps on your phone, keystrokes, how many times you lock and unlock your phone, how many times you open each app, what
A couple weeks ago when I was like sick all day, I got a weekend report, and it was like, you were on your phone 18 hours more this week over last week or whatever. I was like, yeah, probably. Because I literally was not moving unless I went to the bathroom.
Yeah. So I was able to find one, and this one, I need this. Okay. So this was posted 4 hours ago. And this was so a lot of the ones that I get all happen in the River Valley Highlands.
Okay.
Which is it's a huge subdivision in Lancaster behind the Roa dealerships and
Yeah, I know. I actually have a friend that lives there.
Okay, so I got this.
I mean, they aren't on the app. I know that, but
Karen took a picture of the car
okay.
and she goes, hold on, I got to get ready for this one.
Take a little sip of whiskey. Me. How now, brown cow?
I just wanted to let all the parents know that 3 boys, teenage and younger, in this car assaulted my 12-year-old son. We were outside doing yard work when they drove by and threw something at him from a moving vehicle. I believe they just left Steak and Shake. We live in the River Valley Highlands development, and this happened on Thursday, 8/11/22 at 5:15 p.m. Meh. Karen.
Thanks. Like, what's anybody supposed to do with that?
What do you mean they assaulted you?
I mean, if somebody legitimately threw something at my 12-year-old trying to hit them, I'd be a little upset, but what are you going to do about it?
Right.
I mean, you can jump in your car real fast and chase them down and make it worse. What would happen is you would end up getting in trouble with the law.
You would. Because, well, one, I get it. The kids did something, and I have another quick story about that. But 2, now you're chasing down kids
Yeah.
and assaulting them
Yeah. With an assault rifle.
with a bug assault rifle.
Bug assault rifle.
And then another woman, she chimes in, Karen number 2.
About the same issue?
Same situation happened to me and my daughter was walking. Same situation, me and my daughter was walking. We walk a lot, and we never anything like this decided to would be funny to throw their cups out the window and hit me and my daughter, both with them. We didn't react because I knew it was going to make them happy. Plus, on foot, we didn't have much ability to do anything about it anyways. I'm all about teenagers and having fun, but kids nowadays are so disrespectful and aren't afraid of anything. It's really sad. I read that word for word.
And there's not a period in that whole thing, was there?
There's one.
One.
But the first half of that whole run-on sentence didn't make any sense.
No, not at all. So here's what always gets me. The kids these days thing. I feel like every generation just moans and groans about younger kids.
They do. I moan and groan about my kids, but
So,
my kids
well,
are respectful.
Well, yeah, same with mine. My kids, they're not perfect. They get in their, they get certain attitudes sometimes. But in public, everybody that's met my kids goes, man, they're so well behaved. Man, they're so, we go to a restaurant, they're not running around. They're not screaming. They're not.
No, sit your ass down. We're in a restaurant.
Yeah, it's just, but.
We have table rules here at the house.
Yeah, we do too.
You aren't allowed to get up unless you ask to be excused.
Yep. May I be excused? But when you hear boomers whine about Gen X. Now Gen X is whining about millennials.
I've been whining about millennials since I was 11. And they weren't even born yet.
Pretty soon millennials are whining about Gen Y or Zennials or whoever.
Well,
and I always get lumped in with millennials because I was born in '83.
You were.
So that depending on what website you look at.
I'm a Gen Xer.
I'm either a millennial or a Zennial, which is, they said there's a micro generation between Gen X and millennials that remember.
You can be both, though. I'm a Zennial and an Xer.
Right. So they say, like, you remember growing up with cassette tapes, maybe records even.
I had 8 tracks and Laserdisc.
Right. Laserdisc, VCRs. When Nintendo came out, you were old enough to appreciate what it was.
Yeah.
I had an Atari first,
I had a Commodore 64 as the first computer.
When people hear or call me a millennial, they automatically think eating Tide Pods and new Xboxes and don't respect anybody. I'm going, but I'm not that.
I mean, you're on the cusp. That's the problem. I mean, and depending on what you look at, it puts me on the cusp.
Yeah. What always, the same thing too, though, in our cousin, which I have on my mom's side alone, I have like 23 cousins. Like, we have a big family. I always hung out. I am the 5th oldest.
Fuck.
And I always hung out with my older cousins versus my younger. My oldest cousin being born in 1980. So, definite Gen X by the definition. So,
I was born. Well, hold on. I was born in 80. And like I said, depending on what chart and website you look at,
right,
they put 80 as millennials.
That's where it starts.
I'm like, eat shit.
Some say 82, some say 83.
86.
That's how I feel. I feel like the late 80s, if you're born, your birth date is in the late 80s, that's where millennial starts. Somewhere in 86, 87. But anyway, it's just saying kids these days have no respect is bullcrap. Because when we were kids, we didn't.
What is this bee doing?
I don't know. It's a carpenter bee.
Did it just fly up into my hat or over me?
No, it went over you.
Okay, good.
It did look like it went right up in your hat, though.
Jesus.
But it reminds me, when we were kids, we would go to McDonald's. Obviously.
And your McDonald's actually came in styrofoam.
Right. Back when McDonald's was good. Not good for you, but
just better.
The play place, you had the Hamburglar jail.
Yeah.
You had you'd walk into McDonald's and all the little fry guys, the hamburger, you remember the stools that had hamburgers on top for the seats?
Yeah.
That stuff. That was good McDonald's.
That was good McDonald's.
You could order
stuff they have today is trash.
Oh, it's garbage. You could order your flapjacks.
Yeah, I don't think they do flapjacks
I don't think
anymore.
they do.
And if they do, they don't call them flapjacks. So
no. But we would go to McDonald's. Once my oldest cousin got his license, we'd all ride around, me and him and a few friends, would hop in his 1990 Honda Accord with 212s in the back, bumping tunes.
Oh, you didn't do it right then.
And
you should have been rolling around in like an old Camaro, like I did with my cousin.
Yeah, well, he had wheels and was willing to let me go with him, so I didn't care what we were in. We also rode in our friends, if my cousin had drive, our friend who was the same age drove, and he drove a Dodge Omni. So,
if it was a K car Omni, then
no, it was a hatchback.
Well, I'm talking about the turbo.
Oh,
they had turbo Omnis.
Yeah, it was not a turbo Omni.
Oh well,
actually, it might not have been the Omni. What's the other one like that? There's like 3.
Horizon.
That's it.
Plymouth Horizon.
The Horizon, yes. Because one point I took the Z off of the back of his car, so it said Horion. But we would go to McDonald's and get a vanilla ice cream cone, and start driving around. Whoever would just eat until it's about the top of the cone part.
Yeah.
And then whoever the driver was, would take it. And as we're passing somebody like 60 mile an hour, they'd chuck it out the window so it hit the other person's windshield.
Oh.
See, it would make the funniest sound.
That's dirty fun.
It was dirty fun, and looking back, it was probably dangerous. Like, we could have called somebody. We never did cause an accident. Usually the folks slammed on their brakes. Only once did we see somebody start to turn around, in which we made a very low-speed getaway. But
yeah, you were in an Omni.
An Omni or a Honda Accord, a 90 Honda Accord. Plymouth Horizon. I totally forgot what the name of it was till you said that. It's beautiful. But that was something we just did. Now, that doesn't really hurt anybody. We're not throwing it at people. It's not getting on them. They can wash it off pretty easily.
Well, so
saying, like, for her to say, kids these days are just... No, we did it back then. You just didn't read about it on the internet.
Yeah, the internet didn't exist. So I just heard the other day that a friend of mine, her son, he's younger, like he's 15. So he's not driving yet, but he hangs out with older kids because he plays varsity basketball. So he's hanging out with older kids. Well, they were all over his place. Well, they all snuck out, and unbeknownst to her, they had ordered. They're called splat guns. So basically, you know what an Orby is? The beads that swell up in water.
Oh yeah, I didn't know the name of them, but I know you're talking about.
So they're just Orbeez as a general term. So it takes those, and it uses those.
So it's like a softer paintball.
Like a softer airsoft.
Okay.
Like even airsoft, because they're about that size. They're just tiny. Well, they were driving around Lancaster in the middle of the night shooting homeless people.
I'm not cool with that.
She wasn't either.
I'm not cool with shooting people who are already down and out on their luck. Whether they deserve it or not is not the issue. They're already living
people.
Homeless.
They're
people.
Still
people. Yeah,
it doesn't. I don't care. Homeless or not, they're people.
If you told me they were driving around shooting at the football team, they knew where
it was the
friends.
Football team.
No, I thought you said basketball.
Well, basketball, football, whatever.
What they're shooting friends. They're
yeah.
It's kind of like rolling a house.
Well,
that's fun to me. It doesn't cause permanent damage.
Well,
we did it to our friends.
It gets worse than that.
Oh, geez.
They were driving around. They were shooting the homeless people.
And giving them $20 for BJ's.
One of the homeless people turned around and chucked a rock at the windshield. Not a stone or a pebble. Like, there is a basketball-sized, like, indentation in the windshield.
Good.
Of this kid's car.
Good. I hope you learned a lesson.
They tried to hide it from her.
How?
They parked his car behind their barn when they got back. And
totally inconspicuous.
She realized, she's like, well, where's so-and-so? And they're like, and then he like snuck out the back door when she went and saw what happened. She came back to wake them up. She goes, where's so-and-so? When she came back to wake him up, he snuck out the back door, hopped in his car, and took off from their house.
Oh, geez. Okay, so that's
so it's kids are still disrespectful today. Kids don't think about things. They don't think about repercussions of things.
No, we made bad decisions and we got in trouble, but we owned up to most of it.
Most of it I did. I mean, but I didn't do anything. I didn't drive around. Well, in Toronto, no one really. If you had your license and you just drove around. Like, I grew up in the era of like West Coast rap, where you were just
you're cruising.
That was
it was West Coast versus East Coast.
Right. Well,
the rivalries were going on back then.
We just drove around and listened, to Boom Thump Kill Whitey music, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like, there was no throwing anything at anybody.
Yeah, but boredom plays.
But we did go Corning. And Corning is...
If you're not from Central Ohio, Corning is when you and your friends go run into a cornfield in the middle of the night when it's dark, and you try to play tag, but the real reason you go in there is to hide yourself from your friends. You rip off an ear of corn and you shove it up your butt.
No.
Oh.
Not even remotely close. You run around town with a pillow case or a gym sock full of feed corn, and you throw it at houses. You just grab a handful of it and you throw it at a house.
Why?
The sound that corn makes across aluminum siding and single pane glass and aluminum screen doors of houses built in the late 1800s, early 1900s will scare the shit out of anybody sitting in that house.
So when you
And it makes one hell of a mess. Just a mess that you have to...
Okay, so you throw it, the corn hits, and then it kind of explodes?
No, it doesn't explode at all. It's just the sound of feed corn,
Right, which is hard.
hitting aluminum
But
siding.
if it's in a sock, it's all one
You
ball
don't
of corn.
throw the sock. You throw a handful of corn.
Okay, so you're just gathering feed corn and then going, okay, I
Yeah.
got you. So it's like,
Yeah, it's just... And you just like... And then you run. And
Okay.
then you just go to the next
So
street. You do it. You do it again.
so it's like a white, trashier version of egging a house.
It's a cleaner version of egging a house.
Okay, justify it however you would.
It's a cleaner and messier version. You're
See,
not cleaning eggs off the side
I grew
of
up
a
in the
house.
ghetto. We didn't have corn readily available, not feed corn.
You just use a bag of popcorn.
No, we just used eggs.
That's messy and expensive. Feed corn's cheap. You get a 50-pound bag for $5.
Reminds me, we went to roll somebody's house. Again, I'm with my older cousins. I'm still underage. I was like 14 or 15. And we found out one of the girls in my class, when I was a freshman in high school, one of the girls in my class and her whole family.
A little bit more of this.
Yeah, I'll take a little more. We were all leaving, or they were leaving town. So our group of friends consisted of me being a tag-along to my older cousin who was a senior and all his buddies. So I felt cool because I'm a freshman hanging out with seniors, you know? And I wasn't playing high school sport. I was playing baseball at the time, but for the city league. So we got word they're leaving town, so we all started gathering.
So much better neat.
You like it better neat?
I like it better neat.
I like it both ways. It's definitely more robust neat, more flavorful.
Still too.
Yeah. I don't think it's insane, but it's a good
No.
sipping whiskey.
Yeah,
It'd be good for a mix. Now, one review did say it makes a fantastic old-fashioned.
We're not going to try that.
No, I didn't figure.
I don't want to go back inside.
If I if I get an old-fashioned, I want it to be a ginger one. But anyway, we found out they're leaving town, so we all saved up. You know, I started like saving lunch money, whatever we had, and we go down to Sam's or Kmart. When Kmart was still open in Chillicothe.
There are Kmarts still around.
We ended up buying a total of 384 rolls of toilet paper. Then we went to our buddies, whose dad at the time was the track vet for the horses at Soda Downs,
Yeah.
and he owned his own veterinary practice. We went to his house because they saved up for recycling.
Okay.
So we ended up getting 500 plastic forks. Those were still new. But then they had all these used Tide bottles. I think we estimated somewhere around 150, 200 Tide bottles and about 500 foot of string. So we go to their property.
My Lord.
Out in the middle. I mean, they're in the middle of, like, you live in the country.
You're making like a baby mobile.
Yeah, they lived in the country where your neighbor's 7 miles away. Like, they're in the middle of
that's country
nothing,
country.
but cornfields. And so we go out to their house. My cousin from Columbus came down. I'm with my other cousin, all his buddies. We're in, like, I think we had 3 or 4 vehicles. And we just start rolling this place. We're tying string, hanging the Tide bottles on the strings. We forked Welcome Home into the yard. Their porch had, banisters.
Yeah.
We wrapped the entire thing in twine so they couldn't get in when they got home because they had a sliding back door with no key, kind of like you do.
Yeah.
I mean, we just went to town on this place. Well, what we didn't realize is that one of the guy's girlfriends found out we were going to do this. So while we're all gone, her and her friends, they got like 10 girls together, they went to our buddy TJ's house and started hitting everybody's cars that were still there. In one of the guy's car, his last name was Bell. We just called him Bell. He left the doors unlocked. They poured rice in the vents.
Oh, no.
All the cars had, they went and bought a ton of maxi pads, thankfully not used, stuck them on everybody's car, just trashed them. Well, we get back as they're in the middle of it. It ends in a high-speed chase through some back-ass country roads in the middle of the night, turning headlights off so they can't see you and you can't see them. And it ended up being a 6-hour ordeal from start to finish.
I'm all for good fun, like doing.
Oh, we all had fun.
Doing something to somebody's car, but rice in the vents.
Rice in the vents was the one that everybody said that should have been done, and they did apologize and helped him clean it. Luckily, it was an order.
That's tearing the dash apart.
Yeah, to fully get it done. But luckily, if you knew Bell and his car and the way he treated it, he wouldn't have even cared if there's rice on the floor or nothing. But I remember those times.
Yeah, that's a no bueno for me.
There was one point where we were trying to find the girls. They're driving these backcountry roads, no lights anywhere. The moon's not, it's cloud cover.
Yeah.
And we ended up passing them. And my buddy TJ, there's 6 of us in his Oldsmobile. Even though they've got all this money and his dad's the head track vet, they never acted rich. So he's driving some old.
Like me.
Yeah, he's driving some old Oldsmobile. There's 6 of us piling in this car trying to find these girls and retaliate. And we're all having fun. We're not mad. And they passed us, and he backed up on a road more narrow than yours, and
My
ended
road's
up
not very narrow though.
no, but it's like a 1.5 lane backcountry road. You know, the kind that if you're passing somebody, you really need to kind of get off the road.
Yeah, you need to pay
He
attention. to what
cuts
you're
it
doing.
hard, throws it in reverse while still rolling, and ends up backing up a hill into some corn. We had to get out and push it to get unstuck. And as soon as he gets unstuck, his foot's on the accelerator. We had to jump in. Me and my cousin from Columbus. It was a fun night.
Sounds
good
dangerous.
memories.
Sounds dangerous.
Oh, a lot we did back then was dangerous.
Okay, so now that we've had 2 glasses of this whiskey,
Plane.
cargo plane, military traffic's been heavy today.
Thanks, O'Biden.
Had 4 Chinooks fly by, and I was in the house,
Nice.
and I hear. I'm like, whoa, all right.
Yeah, they make a
There's
very
a
unique sound.
Chinook flying by. Oh, nope, that's at least 2. 4. It was 4.
Yeah, they're in
It was
formation
4.
this weekend.
They were out of formation. One guy was lagging behind. He needed to catch up.
Oh, maybe he had to take a dump. And,
He was like a mile behind.
oh, that's way far behind.
He was way far behind. So anyway, so what is this?
Unwrap it like Christmas.
All right.
It's just Scotch tape on the open side of the bottle. If you turn it around, you'll see.
I still like the fact that it's just white labeled. You put a lot of fucking tape on this, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't want it to fall off while I was driving and all that. Just tear the paper. I don't care.
I don't want to tear the paper. I want it to be like Christmas.
You
I
don't tear the paper at Christmas?
No, I'm weird.
You're one of those?
I use a knife to cut the tape at Christmas. Drives my kids insane because it takes forever to do it that way.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
My grandfather did the same shit. All right. I would love to. I want to unroll it.
Like, slowly reveal it.
Yeah. That's why
I didn't think the tape would stick that much.
it's stuck pretty. All right. So I got the back. And that looks like some dude from the Civil War, except he also looks like a redneck. So aged in oak for 24 hours.
24 hours aged with oak and maple staves.
This is the shit you were looking for before.
Yeah, that's why I said I've
The
been looking
Climax.
for a while.
So it's Climax
It's moonshine.
whiskey, wood-fired Appalachian white oak.
So the wood fired is what scared me because I thought of Seven Brothers.
Pot stilled and bottled by Climax Distilling, Tim Smith in Fletcher, North Carolina.
That's the guy from Moonshiners.
That's the guy from Insurance. I got to be honest, it's still. I'm not changing it to from a 2. I mean, 2 is, if you see it, pick it up.
I meant to have you guess how long you think it was aged to.
Oh.
Because 24 hours shocked me.
Well, the fact that after that cigar, that scent, I'm like, oh yeah, you could smell
The corn.
the corn whiskey.
Yeah.
Like you could smell it. It smelled like moonshine.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. I personally would not go buy another bottle of this.
I probably will not buy another one either, but I was so intrigued when I saw aged 24 hours on a label.
I'm going to be honest. Like, if I saw this in the store, it wouldn't be something I would go pick up. Like, I wouldn't be
I
intrigued.
know you wouldn't. That's why I had to.
Even if I had watched Moonshiners and been like, oh, Tim Smith, I still wouldn't go pick this up. Like, if I was a fan of the show.
But,
Just because I don't particularly like moonshine.
right.
It's not bad.
Well, no, you rated it a 2.
I rated it 2. It's not bad.
which I think is a fair rating. I honestly had
It's not great.
the aged 24 hours
Okay.
and the wood smoke scared me because I thought of the Seven Brothers crap, which just tasted like I was licking a put-out campfire.
Yeah, that was disgusting. That's what I feel about. So Old Scout has it's campfire whiskey. Old Scout.
Why is everybody trying to make whiskey taste like a campfire?
And
Campfire is not a taste that people are like, oh yeah, I like
It
that.
tastes like charcoal. I mean,
I don't get that.
it tastes just like what you would think. What a campfire like. You smell like smoke when you come out of a campfire, and that's what that shit tastes like. It's not good. It's not like super peaty. Like people are like, oh, it's so peaty. I'm like, no, it tastes like shit.
Yeah, it's just bad.
It's bad. That Seven Brothers shit, that hickory smoke stuff, that's bad. That's
Very.
not good. It's not like I don't give a shit how much hickory you like. It's not good.
I like a hickory smoked flavor on like smoked
But it's
meat.
mild though.
I don't like
that
drinking campfire.
that Seven Brothers shit the hickory on that was stronger than any hickory I've ever had on any smoked meat.
It's terrible.
It was terrible.
It doesn't flavor it. It overwhelms it.
Right. Now there is, Whistle Pig has a wood-fired smoked whiskey that I want to try to get, or their rye that I want to try, but I got to find a bottle first. They just released it.
I would still be skeptical. So.
Oh, I'm super skeptical of it, but with it being, I don't know what the age was on that Seven Brothers stuff, but with at least the Whistle Pig, that Whistle Pig road age stuff that we had, that was good.
Yeah, everything I've had so far from Whistle Pig I've enjoyed.
So I don't know that it's going to be...
I'm not paying for Boss Hog or anything, but...
No, but I don't think that the one that they've made, their smoked whatever the hell it is they just released, I don't think that's going to be terrible. But at the same time, I don't have high hopes that it's going to be good either.
Yeah, I would, especially if you compare it to the other Whistle Pigs.
Yeah.
So on this here, again from medium.com, so take it for what it's worth. It says, Climax Wood-Fired Whiskey is Tim Smith's century-old moonshine recipe, aged and filtered with toasted oak and maple wood. The process includes Southern Appalachian oak in tank staves, so this is not aged in a oak barrel.
No, it just sits in an oak barrel for 24 hours and they dump it out.
No, not an oak barrel. It's just staves in
it's just staves in a stainless steel tank. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck the process. That process.
Yeah.
Like,
so
Makers does that, but
that's with already
in a barrel.
That's already bourbon,
and it's with staves in the barrel.
It says, I'm kind of skipping ahead. Undergoing a unique small batch open flame wood toasting and aging process throughout the entire thickness of the whole stave, and allowing 100% of the oak to work to maturation. The final process allows the whiskey to cool in oak containers, so it does cool off in oak containers. I was wrong.
Okay.
If the description seems a bit vague, it's because Climax whiskey is an accelerated moonshine, not traditional age for many years bourbon. They say it's top secret the way they do it.
Horse shit.
I know.
Give me that top shit, secret bullshit.
I know many spirits industry
We
professionals.
use lasers and UV light.
Sharks with laser beams on their head. Where was the other part? It just talks about the taste, the nose. But here's my thing, though. Looking at the color of it and tasting it, would you have ever guessed it's only aged 24 hours?
It's a little light in color, but not 24 hours, no. I would have been at least a year.
Yeah, I mean, it's lighter, but it's got a good amber color.
It does. I mean, I will give it. I will give you that.
The viscosity is pretty on par with most others.
This now at this point, this is exactly what I picture for white label bourbon.
That's fair. We just got to find a way to do. We just got to age it 24 hours.
No, I couldn't do 24 hours. It'd have to be longer than that.
It's white label, bro. But
I still want it to be good.
Anyway,
I want it to be good, not okay. This is okay.
Okay, first you said B mate star, but I know you're kidding.
Right. But I want it to be good. I don't want it to be okay. This is okay.
But are you surprised finding out what it is after tasting?
I am, yeah. Absolutely.
I am too. I expected it to taste way more moonshiny, to be honest. So I'm happy that it was not horrible, because I really was like, this is going to be Seven Brothers all over again.
I'm happy it wasn't horrible either. Cause
I'll just save the bottle for James this time. But actually,
if it was horrible, I would not allow you to bring whiskey anymore.
Ever.
I mean,
it's like 7 strikes, you're out.
You only show up and talk on the show, and then you bring whiskey occasionally, and now you're just showing up to talk because you have poor choice in whiskey.
That's fair. My thing is I like trying new stuff and weird stuff.
I like trying new stuff too. But
the weird and different is what gets me in trouble with you.
It's not. It's not the weird and different. It's the actually the Seven Brothers stuff I saw before, and it wasn't that I wasn't excited to try it. I was excited to try that.
To try it.
It's not the weird and different. It's the untested.
Yeah, that's fair. But if you don't try it, how do you know?
Well, when I say untested, the only review you could find was on Medium.com, and I don't trust anything from Medium.com.
No, I found several reviews. They just all basically said the same thing. That's just happened to be the one I chose to pull up.
I would prefer my reviews to come from Whiskey Wash or...
That's a good one. I've used them before.
From sites that are whiskey-based sites, not independent.
I want to see if I can pull up Whiskey Wash. See if they've tried it.
Like Medium is just a bunch of independent people that I either do or don't get paid, depending on what they write and how many views and clicks they get across the articles they put out there.
So, that's a YouTube video.
Like I use Medium solely for the most part, for crypto news. Because that's all
ModernThirst.com.
It's all opinion-based stuff. I mean,
Whiskey Wash.
everything else is opinion-based anyway, but...
Yeah. It's all opinion-based. It's just whose opinion and what.
But it's not bad. It's not good. It's okay. It's not horrible.
I would say this is a run-of-the-mill.
It's okay. It's not even run-of-the-mill. Like, Buffalo Trace is run-of-the-mill.
Well, that's...
If it were more available. Like, Maker's Mark 46 is run-of-the-mill. Middle West Spirits, their offerings are run-of-the-mill. This is below run-of-the-mill.
Yeah, Whiskey Wash. I can't find anything for this on Whiskey Wash. So...
Our run-of-the-mills, I guess, are different because that could be opinion-based as well. My run-of-the-mills are things that you can walk in and readily find from the big manufacturer, the big distilleries, like Makers, Buffalo, and then Middle West, Evan Williams, Heaven Hill.
Yeah, Evan Williams, I'd say.
Their
I can get
$30 to $50 bottles are the run-of-the-mill for me in flavor.
But for about $25 out the door, I'm not upset with this.
No, it's
again, I don't think I'll buy it again.
It's below run-of-the-mill.
But I am glad I tried it. So it's kind of, I don't know if that makes any sense.
I'm not glad I tried it. I mean, I could have still lived my life without trying it.
You could have lived your life without trying any whiskey.
Right.
So I'm glad I tried this whiskey.
These goddamn flies.
They're getting worse, I think. Corn liquor and corn flies. They seem to like the smoke. Every time you blow it on them, there's like...
I know, they come back. They come for more.
It can be good for their little tiny lungs.
Good. I hope they all die
Do they
secondhand.
have lungs?
I don't know. They probably breathe through
Hope
their
they'll die
skin.
of secondhand smoke like all of us Gen X millennials did.
There's one right there. Bang!
Got him.
And he flew off. Son of a bitch. Apparently their wings are developing.
I was going to say, they're bringing out their tactical squad now.
Ooh, missed him. He's... Little bastards. All right, fuck it. I'm done shooting them for now. Shooting them in midair is hard. You have to wait till they land. Well, you would figure that the fact that they just kind of hover there for a second, you just got to pull the trigger faster.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's shut her down.
Spread it on.
Yeah. Super Troopers.
Yep.
Yeah, check out the Buckhorn Lounge. That's where we attempt to have conversations about the show, but now that we're at 100 members strong and no one listens to the show apparently.
1 million strong and growing.
We got 4 people that listen to the show. They think it's okay. We've got 3 people that listen to the show and think it could be better, except no one will tell us how they think it can be better.
Yeah, you've been surly on the Facebook lately.
Well, let's see. So I go through a phase before we shut this down, I guess. I go through a phase every week where I don't want to do the show. Because I know that we started out doing this just because we wanted to do it. And we didn't give a shit if anybody listened or not. But we're 4 years in, and our listenership has not changed.
Retention.
We're not gaining listeners, and we're not losing listeners. So we're not doing anything. And we don't know
And I got to tell you,
who is actually listening
phenomenal.
and who isn't listening. But the lounge was supposed to be for the listeners to talk about the show, and now we've got 100 people in there, and only 4 people listen to the show. So
That's because we both invited all our friends that...
Well, I only invited
podcasts.
people because you were like, well, you should invite more people. And I'm like, well, none of the people that I'm
Hold
friends
on.
with don't listen to the show.
Don't
so
make me sound sassy when I wasn't being sassy.
You were sassy.
You said, how many people did you invite? And I said, I don't know.
I don't know.
didn't count. How many did you invite? And you said, none. So
I said 0.
All right, you want more people, invite them. That's
Why
what I was saying.
I invited 0 because none of the people that I'm friends with listen to podcasts.
Yeah, most of mine don't either.
But I don't want people in the lounge that don't listen to the show, that can't have a conversation about the show and just want to post memes or actually just not do anything at all. I want activity in the lounge. That was
You
the
want
whole...
to get physical.
No, because it's virtual.
Let's get virtual.
But I didn't want people in the lounge that don't listen to the show, have no idea what the show is, or just there to fucking troll. That's why you're there.
I thought that's what I did on the air too.
That's the only reason that you're even on the show is for trolling. I don't need 100 trolls doing the same stupid bullshit in the lounge.
Having fun?
Trolling's not fun to me.
Yeah.
Trolling's fun when someone's being a Karen or a Chad, not just because they're fucking bored and they think that they can get away with it in the lounge. So there's easily 3 people I'm going to automatically block them from the lounge. Greg Wheeler, Garrett, and whoever the other fucker is. It won't be Patrick. Patrick's been on the show.
Who wants the British guy on the show more?
I do.
I did too. That was just funny to me that he said that. I found it humorous.
But Garrett doesn't need to be in the lounge. Fuck him.
I'd rather not.
Well, you probably have.
I'd rather not again, though.
I mean, but Garrett doesn't need to be in the lounge. He adds nothing to it. Just like he added nothing to the show.
So basically, you wanted to
not
be
being on here.
In the lounge. You wanted to be us, Mo, Jason, and Patrick.
Probably, because that's the only people that are listening to the show.
Well, then
and Corey.
we have a Facebook chat that we can do that with.
Well, I was trying to open the Facebook chat up to listeners. That's literally what I was trying to do with the lounge.
I've got some ideas for the lounge. I told you we'll talk about off the air.
We need ideas for the show. The show needs to get better.
We need to be better then. Maybe we should try stuff.
Like what?
I don't know. Like planning something. Maybe our show that's unplanned and unscripted should be a little bit planned.
I tried to plan stuff today and sat here. When you walked up here, I'm like, why is it when you're looking for something you can't find stuff? Because I wanted to do a whole episode, or not a whole episode, but at least 15, 20 minutes on Karens of next door.
Yeah, but you only read one.
I know, because I could only find one. I spent 2 hours trying to find all these friggin' posts that I had found before, and I couldn't find them. I only found the one.
See, as soon as I find something, I message it to myself so I can just go pull it up.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Well, see, there you go. Get better.
I don't care about myself that much.
Well, that's not about yourself. It's for the show. You want the show to be better, send yourself stuff, and then you have it.
I got a lot going on with this show. Everything. Literally everything. I'm doing everything with this show. Everything.
Almost.
You sit and talk. Okay. I'm doing 99%.
You're the good-looking one. I'm the humor.
I post it. I process it. I edit it.
Would you like help
I created
with those
the
things?
lounge. I have the Instagram shit. I got the Facebook stuff. I got Twitter, which I don't do anything with. I provide 92% of all the liquor.
I'm not denying any of this.
Right.
Would you like help with some of that?
Yeah. Run
Okay.
the Facebook lounge.
Okay.
Appropriately.
If I run it, though, you got to let me run it.
Run it.
And not shut down a post that I put up.
That was just funny. I did that.
It was funny. I
did
laughed.
that out of just pure hilarity.
I laughed, and then I opened
turned
it
off
back
the
up.
fucking commenting.
I laughed. I was like, got him, and then I hit reverse.
Yeah.
I played the Uno reverse card on you.
Run the lounge.
I'll run the lounge.
But
You're gonna be the first one I boot.
You can boot me. You can boot me as an admin, but I still own.
I'll tell you my ideas
the page.
afterwards. I will.
I still run the Facebook page.
I will tell you my ideas off the air. I'll run the lounge. I don't care. I mean, I'm probably
Why not talk about the ideas now?
because you. I don't know if you're going to like them or not. And
Well, let's hash it out.
okay, so here's something that
Let the listeners this is an open forum. This podcast is an open forum. It's for the listeners too. That's why we have listeners on the show, like Corey last week.
Yeah. If you want to be on the show, send us a message, and we'll tell you if Martell will tell you if he likes you enough
Yeah,
or
I'll
not.
tell you if you can be on the show or not.
I have no say in that because it's his house, so I can't. I'm not going to say, hey. I have. I've said, hey, I'm bringing so and so.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, cool.
There's just people that aren't allowed back on the show, like Garrett.
He was barely on the show to begin with.
He was on 1 or 2 episodes in the beginning 4 years ago. Then he tried to start his own podcast,
So-
and it.
Talking about Facebook, there's a podcast in Dayton called the Brohio Podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Something, and I've listened to every episode of theirs except for they started this one called Battlefield of Love, where people send in like, kind of like the anonymous email we had of "Am I an asshole?"
Yeah.
But it's like love issues, and
Okay.
these two guys who have no qualifications or experience give advice. It's just some. It's like
Oh, I'm all for doing that.
it's like a side episode they do on their over their main episode. So every Monday night, almost every Monday night, they cover murder mysteries, true crime, cryptids, alien BS, just anything like that. They hear a story, they do a little research, they write a little script, but then they just BS about it too.
Okay.
And they go as far as their comedy level and their raunchiness and their language, they throw it all out there. I mean, it is not a kid-friendly show.
Either is this.
They're worse. So
You can't get worse than some of the shit that we've talked about on this show.
give them some good listening time.
We're done. I mean, or just my mouth in general.
So a couple months ago, they had a gift given to them. They have a P.O. box, right?
Got him. Look at him.
You caught it.
Got him by his little wing. Guess what, buddy? Sorry. You just lost a wing.
Now throw him. Oh, he just fell in your junk.
It's fine. I just got attacked by another one right in the eye.
So they got a call from the post office saying, hey, one of your listeners, the people at the post office know what they do, said one of your listeners sent a package that's too big for your post office box. We need you to come get it. He says, what is it? And he goes, just come down when you can.
Okay.
So one of the two guys, the you of the show that produces it and hosts it and all that,
Yeah.
he turns down and records it for the Instagram and Facebook page. It is like a 3-foot tall, this big or like basketball size around dildo.
Hell yeah.
Somebody sent him. So they've got that. He goes down and gets it. Because they were like, it's all like the box fell apart because it got wet. Can you come get it? And he rolls up to this dock. He went inside.
It's a used one that got wet.
He went inside and they said, can you pull around the loading dock? And he's like, what is it? She was like, this older lady's like, just pull
She's
around.
Embarrassed.
No, they were laughing about it.
Oh.
And then they pull around the back of the post office, and this guy's got a dolly hauling this thing because it's like 80 pounds. And he literally just has this giant dildo on a dolly. So he takes it, puts it in his trunk, and now it stands in their studio because they do video too. They do YouTube Live.
Yeah.
What'd they name it?
Which is where I would like to get to at some point. The problem is...
They named it Girth Brooks. They put like a mullet wig on it and everything. Took it to one of their live shows. But what they do with their social media, they're way more active than we are.
I'm trying.
I know you are.
I mean, it's...
But here's where I would like to take the Facebook page. You can go to the Bro Ohio Podcast open public Facebook page.
Well, we have an open Facebook page, but we have a private group.
I know. Their private group, they have, but they say, check us out, and they put a password on it. If you don't get the password right, because you have to be a listener of the show,
yeah,
you hear the password, then you can get in that group. That's what we should have done.
Well, we could have done that.
But they've only been around a year longer than us, and they have thousands of downloads and listeners.
Yeah. I mean, I can boot everybody. I mean, I can still go back and just boot everybody from the lounge.
Well, we'll talk more after.
And set it up as a password thing. I mean, I don't care one way or another.
So we can have the open Facebook page. That's where here's the thing I like with that.
The open Facebook page is where all the Instagram stuff goes, because I don't really post anything on Facebook in general.
Well, then that's where we should share memes, because then people can share it. Because let's be honest, it's a lot easier to click share. If it's a funny meme, you'll click share, and somebody in Kansas may see it and say, oh, the Buckhorn Podcast, who are those guys? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It spreads the word. So that's what
I told you. I told you to do that like a year ago when we started, 2 years ago when I started a page. I'm like, well, you've got the Facebook pages there, so stop posting your memes on your site, on your page, or post them on both, on your personal timeline.
Yeah, I started doing that with the lounge. I'll do it to the other page now.
So do it to the other page. The lounge, the idea for the lounge was supposed to be more of just for members who listen to talk about the show.
Okay.
Not so much.
Well, then let's boot everybody back out.
But I'm all for half the people, I put that poll up on, and I knew immediately the minute that I put that poll up there, it was just going to be trolley bullshit. Like people just clicking things. And I thought...
that don't listen.
I know.
I don't.
I know. I know you don't listen. That's an honest, you don't listen. But I put it up as, I listen, the show's great. Yeah, I listen, it could be better, which Patrick was one of those, and that's just British humor for him. So I gave him a pass on that one and didn't really count his. But there were others that were like, no, I don't listen, I'm here for the memes. What show? And the people are like Greg Wheeler. What show? Motherfucker, you know what show it is. Don't be a dick. I'm trying to get actual feedback. That was the whole point of it, to get fucking feedback. So if you hear this, go fuck yourself. Like, just... If someone, you want the show to be better, like we want the show to be better, the listeners want the show to be better, but don't go and try to skew the poll by being a fucking troll. Like it was a legitimate like trying to make the show better type of thing, and then Derek put his own thing in, and then somebody else put their own thing. I'm like, fuck it, whatever.
I didn't even see. I saw Derek's. I didn't see
Now, and I had thought I turned that shit off, like so that you couldn't add, but because I'm the admin and the creator, it still shows that I can add more options
for you. Yeah,
for me for somebody else to vote on. I'm like, fuck it, never mind. Just the whole thing is, our listeners are, some of them are funny and some of them think they're funny.
Just like me. Sometimes I'm funny and sometimes I think I'm funny.
Right. It's just, like, I like our listeners, the ones that actually listen.
I love our listeners.
The other...
the listeners I love are the ones that we don't even really know about, those foreign ones or from states we have no connection to.
Right.
Love y'all.
Like, I do like our listeners. There are things that that I'd like to accomplish with this show as far as making it better, and you can't get a proper answer out of anybody.
So let's do this. We'll boot everybody out of the lounge. Everybody.
Yep. Kicking everybody out.
And then maybe next episode, we'll set a password. So you want in the Buckhorn Lounge, go there. Here's the password. You put in the right password.
I may change the password weekly, too.
I want to do that.
Oh, I might. We might do it, and we might do it like the game password. The password is...
I thought you said I was running it.
You are.
Are you going to be able to let me run it?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's what I thought. there's the crux.
No, I can let you run it. That's fine.
There's the crux, the control.
I'm still an admin.
You changed the Instagram account password so many...
I had to.
No, I know you did, but you didn't tell me, and I went to log in to post something one time, and I was like, he changed the password, so I just didn't do anything.
I had to change it because my password manager got hacked, so I had to change the password for everything, for all of my shit. And now I don't. Now I just let the password manager manage all the passwords, randomize everything.
I know my mom still listens because she told me Sunday, and I even asked her. I said, "Did you happen to hear the one where I slipped and said the F word?" And Martell laughed and thought it was funny. She goes, "Yep," and she kind of smiled. I was like, "Sorry, Mom."
You're an adult. She knows.
She knows.
She knows.
But I still try to be respectful of the elders in my life that I love and care about.
I did for a while, and then when they couldn't bother to be respectful around me, then I just said screw it.
But see, my parents are, so...
Your parents are, yes.
My parents are good people. I'm not.
Oh, my parents were good people, and so were my in-laws.
I don't know.
But just whatever. So, check us out on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
Insta, Google, Tweetstagram.
The Climax Whiskey. Try it.
You liked it better before you saw the label.
I did. No, I'm still... It's a 2. Try it, I guess.
It's not something that if you miss out, you're not missing out on.
You're not missing out on anything. Try it, I guess. You don't have to go looking for it. It's not. It doesn't come highly recommended. It didn't come highly recommended before the label cover came off. So
the online reviews I found were very highly favorable.
Okay.
That's why I kind of went, okay, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
I would not have ranked it a 4 or 5 star like everybody else did. I think I saw
it's
on 2 different sites, neither one of them being medium.com. They were all 5 and 4 stars, except for like 3 stars, no 2s or 1s.
Yeah, I'm at a 2, but our 2 is still, it's okay.
It's okay. It's not. You're not going to hate it if you try it.
But it's not
$25.
Something to go search for.
No.
It's not a 3. It's not a go out and if you see it, grab it. It's a
honestly,
you see it,
for that price point, I'm buying Weller.
Yeah.
$25, and now I'm seeing boxes of it stacked.
They're
this week I saw 2. I was at 2 different places throughout the week. Saw multiple boxes of Wellers readily available again. Apparently, I'd buy that over this.
Yeah. So, that we'll leave that decision up to you. I'm not going to tell you to go.
But we both also poured another.
We did pour another one, but that's still.
So it's drinkable. It's
drinkable. It's not a you need to go out and find this.
No.
It's you see it and you decide you want to pick it up because you want to try it, grab it. It's not if you see it, grab it. It's an okay.
Yeah, it's aight.
It's aight. Yeah.
All right.
So, all right. He's Randy. I'm Martel. We're out.
Peace.